YouTube. Look, we back with a late night one. So it's a movie called The Mortuary Assistant, or The Morgue Assistant, one of the two, Mortuary or The Morgue Assistant. It's basically a scary movie. Female gets a job as a morgue assistant, right? Mortuary assistant, whatever, and starts getting haunted. Nigga, we about to tap in, tune in, and see what it's all about. I never heard of it, never seen it. It just came out this year, and we about to see it for the first time and experience it for the first time with each other. Tap in, tune in. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see every time I drop some news. Start the show.
A woman assigned to handle dead bodies alone in a morgue realizes something is controlling them. The film begins by showing a tense atmosphere inside a mortuary where a woman named Rebecca has just started her first day as an assistant at the facility. With mixed feelings of nervousness and curiosity, she is immediately faced with an unusual task, performing a jaw-setting procedure on a corpse to ensure the mouth remains closed and does not open on its own. Even though it is her first time, Rebecca manages to complete the task with careful precision and steady hands, catching the attention of her superior, a doctor named Raymond. Impressed by how meticulous she is, Raymond begins to trust her with the next step, which is the
my bad to interrupt, but what is the body's dead? What's the worst that can happen if she slips up? You know what I'm saying? The body's dead.
embalming process before the body is placed inside the refrigeration unit. After completing the entire procedure properly, Raymond asks Rebecca to move the body into the storage room, specifically into a special cooling unit, before meeting him in his office. However, before heading there, Rebecca decides to refill the preservative tank that is nearly empty. What seems like a simple intention quickly turns into something unsettling when she finds Raymond in the basement, as if he is doing something he does not want others to know. His presence there feels strange, as though he is hiding something. Without giving much explanation, Raymond asks Rebecca to postpone the task until the next day and leads her back to his office. Not long after, impressed by her performance, Raymond decides to officially hire her as a permanent mortuary assistant. However, there is one condition. Rebecca must work the night shift, while Raymond handles the day shift himself. Despite...
Okay, so Raymond's setting her up. He's setting her up. He in the basement looking evil, got the face up like that. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. It's a setup. It's a shit show.
Feeling uneasy, Rebecca has little choice, and for the sake of earning a living, she agrees to the offer. The deal is made, and Rebecca is told to start her shift the following night.
It's my wild card. Wild card, bitches! The girl that they was doing the operation on is the previous mortuary assistant.
Welcome aboard, Miss Owens. Unfortunately, there's no great fanfare to mark your completion.
When she returns home, it becomes clear that she lives alone after her father's death, leaving her life feeling quiet and empty. The next night arrives, and Rebecca begins her first shift alone in the mortuary.
This might not end good for her. She don't got nobody, you know what I'm saying? Prey on the weak. She don't got nobody around.
After checking the notes left by Raymond, she is surprised to find out that she has to handle 3 bodies in a single night. To ease the fear creeping in, Rebecca plays music so the silence does not feel too overwhelming. However, without realizing it, something already feels off from the very beginning. Strange occurrences begin to surround the bodies she is handling.
What?
Before proceeding with cremation,
what's
Rebecca
that mean?
follows
What's
the
that supposed to
proper
happen?
procedure
What's
by
going on?
recording the identity and cause of death of the body.
Damn.
Time passes until early morning, around 3:30, when Rebecca, who had briefly fallen asleep, suddenly wakes up to the sound of a ringing phone. The call turns out to be from Raymond, who simply wants to check on her condition. After confirming that everything seems fine, Raymond tells her to contact him immediately if anything happens. But once the call ends, Raymond is seen doing something strange, as if drawing a certain symbol on his chest. As Rebecca continues her work on the second body, the atmosphere becomes even more unsettling when the power suddenly goes out. With her phone nearly out of battery, she is forced to find any source of light she can. Instead of using a candle, she burns paper as a makeshift light source. In that dim lighting, the strangeness intensifies. The bodies that should be lifeless appear to move, as if something is controlling them. Despite being overwhelmed with fear, Rebecca manages to complete the cremation before anything worse can happen. When she moves on to the third body, the tension grows even stronger. While examining the condition of the body, Rebecca suddenly hears a sound, as if someone has arrived. She tries to find the source, but no one is there. Unbeknownst to her, after she leaves the room, the third body begins to move on its own, just like the previous ones. Her curiosity leads her to search the area until she finally sees a dark figure standing in the distance with glowing red eyes.
Oh, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm out.
Raymond?
Instead of running away, Rebecca chooses to
You see red glowing eyes and you ask if that's Raymond. Bitch, turn around and dip. You need to get to the exit door immediately. What the fuck?
continue her unfinished work. The situation becomes even more disturbing when the female corpse she was handling suddenly disappears without a trace. In the middle of her confusion, the phone rings again. Panicked, Rebecca quickly answers it, but this time the voice on the other end blames her for her father's death. Before she can process it, the phone keeps ringing continuously. When she answers again, the voice she hears is her father's. In that moment, painful memories from her past come flooding back, reminding her that she once fell into drug addiction, which ultimately led to her father's death. After going through a series of terrifying events at the mortuary, Rebecca suddenly finds herself already at home without clearly remembering how she got there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. See, that's out. That's out. I quit. I'm not working there no
Long
more.
after, a loud banging noise is heard coming from the front door. Panicked, Rebecca rushes to open it only to find a debt collector named Kelly demanding payment. Rebecca tries to explain that she has just started working and has not received any salary yet, but her explanation only
She
fuels
touching it.
Kelly's anger as she continues to pressure her without giving her any space. Without warning, Rebecca suddenly loses control of herself. Her body feels as if it is being taken over by something, and before she realizes it, she begins attacking Kelly brutally, which ultimately leads to Kelly's death.
Damn. So she's possessed.
Moments later, when she regains her senses, Rebecca is overwhelmed with panic as she realizes what she has done. In the middle of the chaos, Raymond suddenly calls her, as if he already knows that something terrible has happened. In a serious tone, he tells
was
Rebecca
a
to
setup.
return to the mortuary immediately if she does not want things to become far more dangerous. Feeling that something is clearly wrong, Rebecca has no choice but to follow his instructions and rush back to her workplace.
It's already a wrap. It's over for this bitch. It's done. It's a donezo deal. When she got home and didn't know how she got home, it's a wrap, bro. Like a packed lunch.
Upon arriving, Raymond explains that Rebecca has become the target of a demon that is trying to take over her body, and he suspects that the entity may have come from one of the unusual bodies she handled earlier. Even though the situation sounds terrifying, Raymond tells her to stay calm because there is still a way to get rid of the demon. He then shows her several ritual tools used to deal with unseen entities and begins explaining the steps she needs to follow in great detail. However, in the middle of the explanation, Rebecca loses control once again and becomes possessed for the second time. In a desperate situation, Raymond reveals a strange symbol carved on his chest, which instantly causes Rebecca, or rather the entity controlling her, to step back and hesitate to approach him. Taking advantage of that moment, Raymond quickly escapes to save himself. Not long after, Rebecca regains consciousness, not wanting to take any further risk.
So why the fuck would you sign her up for this and you know all the shit? Bro, that's not from one of the weird bodies. You know all the shit about this shit, bro. You got this shit on your chest and everything, bro. This is not something new. This ain't nothing new. That last body, that body when we opened up this movie, nigga, that was the last girl that worked there. Straight up.
Raymond decides to lock Rebecca inside the mortuary for the time being while he searches for a way to stop everything. Now, trapped alone inside the building, Rebecca is forced to face the demon that continues trying to take over her body.
He just needed a guinea pig so he could figure out how to kill the demon. This nigga Raymond's sick, bro. He's sick. I see the whole setup.
In a state of panic, she tries to find a way out, but instead encounters even more unexplainable events. Various apparitions begin to appear, including a figure that looks like her deceased father.
I brought something for you.
The figure does not just appear, it violently attacks her, repeatedly stabbing her leg. The pain
Damn.
feels real, but Rebecca soon realizes that she has actually inflicted those wounds on herself without being aware of it. With
What
her
the
injured
fuck?
body, Rebecca tries to calm herself and find something to treat her wounds. As she stitches her leg, she continues to catch glimpses of disturbing apparitions, as if the demon is deliberately playing with her mind. Not long after, her attention is drawn again when she hears a suspicious noise coming from the third body she had not yet handled. Unexpectedly, the female corpse suddenly rises and begins attacking her. Realizing that the demon has possessed the body, Rebecca wastes no time and immediately cremates it to stop the threat.
Damn. She thought quick. At least she was quick on her feet. She was about to
After
be
things settle
dead
down
meat.
slightly, Rebecca vents her frustration at Raymond, blaming him for dragging her into this dangerous situation. Raymond then explains that Rebecca is not an ordinary person. She has something within her that makes her different from others, something that allows her to withstand the influence of demons in a way that normal people cannot. And this is
How do you know this though? Is it because you've seen this from the previous people that worked there as the mortuary assistant that you hired to work only on the night shift while you worked the day shift? Is this why?
exactly why
That
Raymond
nigga
believes she is
capped.
capable of facing the
Cut the
strange
cap.
and terrifying events happening in that place. Realizing that Rebecca's condition is becoming increasingly dangerous, Raymond decides to act immediately. He tells Rebecca to go down to the basement, where he has prepared a recording containing instructions for a ritual to banish the demon, something that must be carried out before the situation spirals completely out of control. Once in the basement, Rebecca finds the cassette and plays it right away.
This shit got me looking behind me and shit.
In the recording, Raymond carefully explains each step of the ritual. Rebecca must search for specific symbols hidden throughout different areas, then mark them onto a ritual board until all the symbols are collected. After that, the board must be placed on the body of a corpse that will serve as the vessel. In addition, the body must be injected with a special blood that Raymond has stored in the basement before it is cremated, so the demon cannot transfer into another body. Without wasting any time, Rebecca begins carrying.
What kind of nigga is you, Raymond? What kind of nigga is you, bro? This nigga knew the whole time, bro. This isn't the first time, bro. This ain't the first time. This nigga got a whole recording on how you're going to fight this demon. Not how he gonna do it, how he got all this knowledge of it, his scary ass work the day shift. You got to do this, and you got to do it. Not him, but he gonna help you. He got he know every step of the way to help you, but he not gonna do it. I just came for the chat.
She searches through various rooms, finding the hidden symbols one by one, marking each of them onto the ritual board until they are all complete. After finishing the first stage, she returns to the basement to retrieve the special blood she needs. There, she is shocked to discover a woman locked inside a coffin. However, with time running out, Rebecca chooses to postpone helping the woman and instead focuses on completing the ritual first. After obtaining the blood, she searches for the most suitable corpse to serve as the final vessel for the demon.
That woman in the motherfucking that woman in the basement was the bait for you.
She heads to the storage room and opens the refrigeration drawers one by one until she finds a body that feels right. She prepares the corpse for cremation, injecting it with the preservative fluid mixed with the special blood.
Oh, hell no. For some reason, I don't trust Raymond, though. I feel like something different finna happen, bro. I feel like something different finna happen right now.
For a moment, everything seems to go according to plan. With growing hope, Rebecca believes she only needs to complete the final step, burning the body to completely destroy the demon that has been haunting her. After carrying out the final step and burning the body, Rebecca briefly believes that everything has worked and the demon has finally been eliminated. Feeling a small sense of relief, she returns to the basement to help the woman she had found earlier. But that hope quickly shatters when she realizes the demon is still present, still roaming around. The situation turns chaotic when Raymond suddenly appears and, without explanation, pushes Rebecca down the basement stairs, causing her to lose consciousness. While unconscious, Rebecca is once again confronted by painful memories from her past. She
I told you I don't trust Raymond, bro. I told you I don't trust Raymond. Now let's see if my wild card right though.
recalls her
Let's see if my
teenage
wild
years when
card
she
right.
fell into drug addiction and was once found unconscious near a lake. At that time, her father Ben came to help her and tried to get assistance. However, tragedy struck when a demonic figure suddenly appeared, startling Ben and causing him to fall, hitting his head on a rock and suffering fatal bleeding. From that moment on, without realizing it, Rebecca was marked by the demon, turning her into a target that it has pursued ever since. After regaining consciousness, Rebecca tries to rescue the woman still trapped in the basement, but as she attempts to free her, a horrifying truth is revealed. The woman is no longer human, but a body completely possessed by a demon. Fortunately, Raymond arrives just in time and manages to control the situation by revealing the strange symbol carved on his chest, a symbol that frightens the demon and forces it back into confinement inside the coffin. Still shaken, Rebecca finally listens as Raymond explains everything. He reveals that the woman has long been dead, her body now merely a vessel for the demon, and with no other option, he has been keeping her confined and using her blood as an essential component to drive away other demons attempting to enter the human world. Raymond then reveals that Rebecca is not an ordinary person. For a long time, she has carried something extremely rare within her, blood that can directly interact with demonic entities. Unlike normal humans who completely lose control, Rebecca's body is able to resist that influence to a certain extent. This condition places her in a dangerous yet crucial position. On one hand, she becomes the ideal target for a demon seeking a perfect host, but on the other hand, her blood can also be used to perform exorcism rituals. More than that, everything traces back to Rebecca's past. When she
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And on top of that, what happened to the dead body in her house, bruh? What happened to that dead girl in her house, bruh? She just left the crib and went back to work. Nigga, somebody looking for the debt collector, right? That bitch was working. She ain't clock out. You feel me? She not answering her phone. You feel me? What's going on with the police?
was at her weakest due to addiction, she unknowingly became vulnerable, allowing the demon to approach her. That was the moment it first marked her and began following her, never truly leaving. Since then, the demon has not targeted her randomly, but has been waiting for the right time to fully take over her body. Her ability to withstand its influence makes her an even more perfect vessel than any normal human. That is why she has been hunted since her teenage years, not by coincidence, but because she is exactly what the demon has been seeking. After hearing all of this, Rebecca feels more trapped than ever. She does not want to spend her life dealing with strange corpses and relentless demonic disturbances.
How does Raymond know all this shit? Like, nigga, she just met you for a job interview. And all of a sudden, you know all this about her life and shit, about this, her blood type and shit. Like, what, bro? Nah.
And decides that she wants
I
to
need
leave
to
the
know
job.
more about Raymond.
However, Raymond warns her that the mortuary is actually the only place where she is relatively safe, because outside, the demons will continue hunting her without end. That warning proves true when Rebecca tries to leave. As soon as she steps outside, she is confronted by the demonic figure waiting for her at the roadside, as if ensuring that she can never truly escape. In the end, Rebecca realizes she has no choice but to return to the mortuary and accept the reality she must now live with, and the story comes to an end.
No cap. Look, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I call bullshit. I'm gonna just say like this. I don't buy it. Raymond's a weirdo, and she should have never been working for that nigga. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the movie in the comments, man. I never got to know if my wild card was right or not. But I just assumed that the female that she was working on in the beginning of the movie was the last girl that worked at that job, because he just knew too much about this demon and everything, bruh. And it was just too epic. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie, I give this rating a 6.5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It was scary as shit, and yeah, definitely has some shit that made me keep looking behind me. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it wasn't nothing like an epic thriller. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely was scary though. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in with your boy. Keep staying consistent. I'm gonna keep giving y'all what y'all want. Now y'all, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see it every time I drop some new